Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about Riemann-Tiemann reaction. This is from the chemical reactions of phenols from the chapter alcohols, phenols and ethers. And we are going to talk about the reaction and also the mechanism. This is a named reaction as well, so it's important you learn the mechanism of this reaction. Let's get started without any more delay. So in case of Riemann-Tiemann reaction, we will be converting a phenolic molecule into salicylaldehyde. Salicylaldehyde is nothing but a substituted phenol in which you get to observe presence of an aldehyde group at the ortho position. And this conversion is brought in by a reaction called Riemann-Tiemann reaction, but we in short also write it as RT reaction. So RT reaction is how we convert this. Now, in order to understand this conversion, let us write the mechanism in detail. I'm taking the phenol again. As you already know, in phenol, the oxygen would be consisting of two lone pairs of electrons. So initially, I'm treating this phenol with a mole of CHCl3, which is nothing but chloroform. Along with chloroform, I'm also taking aqueous NaOH. Aqueous NaOH is nothing but ionic form of NaOH. You'll have OH minus and Na plus ions. And this Na plus would be attacking O minus and H plus would be getting out along with this OH minus, leading to formation of H2O. H plus would be getting out, not OH altogether, only H plus, alright? So now the CHCl3 which is used would be attacking at the ortho position. It will first turn itself into electrophile and then it would be attacking the ortho position of phenol. But before we could talk about the attack, first let us write what happened at the hydroxy group. It is ONA. Na attacked the oxygen. So you have a phenoxide ion formed. And now the CHCl3 chloroform attacking the ortho position. CHCl3 chloroform would be losing on one of its chlorine in form of Cl minus. So you will be having CHCl2 plus. Okay. CHCl2 plus is an electrophile. And the same CHCl2 plus attacks the ortho carbon of phenoxide, sodium phenoxide. Okay. And this structure is called as reaction intermediate. And now this reaction intermediate further is treated with sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So this time when you're treating with sodium hydroxide, what are you doing is you are going to remove the chlorines that you have over here. You're going to do what? You're going to remove the chlorines that you have here. And how do you remove the chlorines? The chlorines are removed with the help of sodium. And now these chlorines which are removed with the help of sodium would come out in form of NaCl. Because you have two chlorines, you would be removing two NaCl, alright? And you would be using two NaOH. And now what happens to the remaining part of the molecule? You did not disturb ONA at all. And these two chlorines have been removed by two Na plus ions. What happened to these two OH minus ions? Cl minus gets out. So this carbon would be getting double positive charge. So these two OH minus ions would be attacking this carbon so that the valency of carbon is maintained. So this is what is formed. Observe this particular carbon. This is having two hydroxy groups. Presence of two hydroxy groups on any molecule is unstable, right? So even here the same thing happens. Now in order to attain better stability, H plus from one hydroxy group and OH minus, which is the complete hydroxy group, would be removed. Because OH minus is going, carbon would be acquiring a positive charge here. Because H plus is going, oxygen would be acquiring a minus charge. And you are going to have what? You're going to have a sodium phenoxide with the C, H, O minus, and this carbon is going to have a positive charge. In order to balance the plus minus charges, there will be a double bond formation between carbon oxygen, and this leads to formation of ONA with the CHO. So finally you have an aldehyde functional group achieved at the ortho position. And now you have to remove the sodium from this particular oxygen, and in order to do so you're using acidulated water again. You are going to break this bond with this acidulated water. O minus Na plus will be formed and this H plus would be attacking O minus, leading to formation of OH, and CH4 anyways is present. So this is called as salicylaldehyde, and this is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. See, technically speaking, Riemann-Tiemann reaction and Kolbe's reaction share a few similarities in the mechanism. In case of Kolbe's reaction, you were using carbon dioxide, But over here you're using CHCl3 and accordingly the mechanism proceeds forward, correct? So let me summarize this mechanism once more so that you understand it better. We are taking phenol and we are treating phenol first with aqueous NaOH to block this hydroxy group so that this does not interfere in the reaction. And secondly, you're treating this phenoxide which is formed with the CHCl3. Chloroform turns itself into electrophile and the electrophile attacks the orthocarbon, leading to formation of CHCl2 group at the orthocarbon. And now these two chlorine atoms are substituted by two hydroxy groups by taking 2 moles of NaOH. And now these two hydroxy groups on one carbon is not stable. So both of them together would be lost in form of one water molecule, leading to formation of C plus and O minus charges, which in turn rearranges itself to give you a CH4 group. Finally, you're conducting acidulated water hydrolysis so that you can get back the hydroxy group by removing Na in form of NaOH. I hope this is all clear now, and this is called as Reamer-Tiemann reaction, one of the very important mechanisms in the chemical reactions of phenols. I hope this is all clear. In case of any doubts or questions, please make sure you write your questions in the comment sections below.